Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a little bit different of a video today. As you can see, we have a speed build like always kind of on your screen, but the speed build actually has a little bit more purpose today than usual because it is actually a thing that I built because it can be actually working with a mod. So if you're like me, I really like the Sims pets, all of the different franchises, the Sims 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is not that good, but we won't talk about it. But Sims 3 was my favorite version of pets because I used to play it all the time, especially the horses and everything, because I was in my like horse phase when Sims 3 pets came out. So I was into it, and my sister was really into horses too. So we used to play all the time together, and we'd have like little stables and everything, and it was a lot of fun. I think that Sims 3 Pets was one of the best games they ever made. But again, that's all kind of, anybody can decide which one's the best game based on which one they like the best. But so today we're going to be building, if you're looking at it right now, you kind of can start to get an idea of what we're building. We're building an animal shelter today. And you probably wonder, oh, Corey Cow, how are you building an animal shelter if it's not going to have any, like, you can't play with it? Well, actually, I've found a mod. I don't know how many people know about this mod. I'm guessing they do because it's by a pretty big mod creator. But I realized that you can actually do something with this mod that's a little more exciting than just what they originally made it for. It's the Foster Family mod by LittleMsSam. LittleMsSam is a great content creator. If you are ever looking for any mods, if you want to spice up your game in any way, I 100% recommend going to her Tumblr and looking through her mods because she has some of the best mods I've ever played with. I don't know what it is about it. It adds a lot of gameplay to the game. So if you're looking for gameplay mods, definitely check out her mods. But today we're going to be looking at the Foster Family mod. It is basically the description of this mod is you take care of toddlers, children, teens, and pets who are in need in foster family. You can do toddlers, children, teens, and all that stuff, but today we're going to be specifically looking at the pets today. So yes, if you wanted to do a like foster family with this mod too, that also makes it. So this is a good thing to have in your game because you can use it for a lot of different stuff. This mod allows you to foster pets. And it's really cool because basically when you foster the pet, you sign up for this like network on your phone and your sim signs up for it. And basically every day or so, I'd say I get it every day almost. You can also manually trigger it by calling the number on the phone. But every day or so you get a call and it kind of asks you, hey, do you want to come pick up this animal? They really need a home and stuff like that. And technically you're not adopting it. You're fostering it. So it doesn't add the animal to your game, but the animal comes home with your sim and you have to take care of it. And what happens then is basically they stay on your lot. Your sim is responsible for taking care of this pet. So you have to feed them, you have to wash them, you have to bathe them, all that kind of stuff. And it's really cool because with this mod, you can actually run in a functioning animal shelter because like right now you see me building the front of the animal shelter, all the little like pens for the dogs, and there's a cat room too because there's also dogs and cats that are included in this mod. It's kind of randomized whether or not you'll get a cat or a dog, so it's realistic kind of in that way. And it's outside runs because I wanted all the dogs to have an outside area. I didn't go for the glass fence though. I went for the shorter white fence. I don't think it's very realistic, but I liked it a little bit better. But with the Sims, the LittleMsSam's foster mod, basically, you can check the foster network for pets at any time in between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. on I think every day. I don't think Sundays, maybe not Sundays. I'll try it. But right now I think it's every day. You can manually trigger that event where your sim goes and picks up an animal. You can cancel any fostering agreement you don't like. So if you get a dog and like it's horrible, you don't have to worry about it. You can cancel it. When your sim does get contacted or calls about the foster agreements with pets, they will leave for about an hour to go pick them up. And then when they come back, your sim will come back with a randomly generated cat or dog. And I'm pretty sure that you can edit these in Create a Sim. Like if you put in Create a Sim full edit mode, that sheet, and you take them into Create a Sim, as long as you do it, I think through MC Command Center and not through like the game, because the game will not let you do it because it's a single pet household. But if you go through MC Command Center, I think that you can edit so if you get a dog and it's like ugly, you can make it into like whatever dog you like. But once you bring your foster home, what happens is your sim has to like go up to it and welcome them into their home, because if not, then it doesn't trigger the reaction that that pet is actually a foster animal. So make sure you do that before, right after, as soon as your sim comes home. So welcome them into their home. Then what I do is, I'll show you guys in a minute how I put them in their crates and everything. But if you wanted to, you could have just have your sim's house and then they could just walk around. I just did this because my sister works at an animal shelter and I wanted to build her a animal shelter that looked like the animal shelter she works at. So shout out to Steph and all the work she does over at her animal shelter. I'm so proud of her every day. And so another thing that's cool about this mod is it acts like an animal shelter, because families will contact you about pets that you have. So if you have a cat, you will get calls from people around the town, like townies and stuff like that, to come see that cat and meet them because they want to adopt the cat. So basically, you get these calls and you can accept them to come over. You don't have to. And when they come over, you have to introduce them to the pet. You have to ask them about their living situations. You have to ask them like all those questions. And there is like interactions for this. The mod creator put all this stuff in. And when you ask them this kind of stuff, it will give you the information and you will be able to decide whether or not that animal should go to that home or not, which is really cool. So, you got a lot of story, you got a lot of gameplay options that weren't really there before. I think that this should have been something that was kind of included with the Sims 4 cats and dogs base game, but I'm so happy that a mod makes this possible. And I really like how I did the paw prints right here, off topic, but I really like how I did the paw prints right here. I'm really proud of it. I'm probably going to put that in every veterinary clinic that I build again. But, so, even if you don't get any calls for adoptions, you can check the network for potential adopters. So, if you're not getting any calls for some reason, because I've played with this mod for both the pets and the children, and you get calls pretty often. But if you don't get any, you don't have to worry about it, because you can just call and ask them if there's anybody that's looking to adopt a pet. There usually is. But so in addition to all that, you also have to take care of your foster pets. So if your animals get sick, you can take them, you don't take them to the veterinarian yourself. It's a rabbit hole, so they just go off the lot for about an hour and they come back. It's about $200. It fixes them. And then because it's an animal shelter, I really like this. If you have to spay and neuter your animals, which usually animal shelters do, they don't adopt out animals that aren't fixed. That's about $100. And you can also, it goes off into a rabbit hole and then your sim comes back with the pet. So that's pretty cool. And this is the cat room right now. This is my sister's, place my sister works. She has one of these. And that's kind of why I put it in here. It's because they don't really have their cats in crates. They just have them all in one room together. And I think it's just adorable. And I got my cat and my 2 dogs from this shelter that I'm kind of recreating right now. So I love this place. So that's kind of why I had to add the cat room. But so now that we've gone over how to take care of your animals, there also is a lot of interactions on all the stuff, like on the bowls and the bathtubs and all that stuff that let you take care of your foster. So there's like call foster pets to eat and all that stuff. It's a lot of stuff to make it easier for you to take care of these animals, because they are not in your family. Technically, they won't show up in the icons menu. You won't be able to see how they're doing. You kind of just have to guess. But I think that adds a lot to it, because they are animals and you kind of do have to guess for animals. So that's kind of cool. And other than that, also, because the Sims pets are their own family, they're not in your family, technically the game creates them as a single pet household. So there's no Sims or anything in them. So if you want to, what you can do is, I'll probably give like a little thing right now about how you can go into the household management area and click on the Sims, like the manage households, and find that pet by itself and favorite it. And that will prevent the game from calling that animal, because Sims does that. So that'll make sure that they don't disappear on you, because if they disappear on you, that might be what the calling is. So make sure that if you really like the animals, definitely favorite them in your households, especially if you plan on keeping them for a longer time. If you're looking to like adopt them out quickly, I don't think you really have to worry about this. But if you're looking to have like, maybe trying to tell a story about an animal that's been with you guys for a long time, definitely favorite them, because I've had that happen a few times, but it's not that big of a deal. You can always just get another animal pretty quickly, but if you start to get bonded to one of the little animals, yeah, you can definitely favorite them. You can also adopt them yourself, so if you wanted to do that, it does let you adopt animals that you are fostering. Other than that, I really like this mod. I think that it's a good mod. I think that a lot of people will play with this mod if they, like, if you guys are watching this and you ever wanted to create an animal shelter in Sims, this is definitely the mod to do it. I don't think that Sims 4, I just realized I didn't put gates in there, did I? I'll have to fix that before I put it on the gallery, for sure. But anyway, for Sims 4, I think this is one of the best mods. And right now, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to cut the speed build a little bit short right about now because it's only like the apartment upstairs and the landscaping outside. So I'm going to just like cut this off right now and we'll get right into the game and see what's going on in there. I'll show you guys the pie menu interactions and all that stuff. Hey guys, so here we are in a fresh new game of Sims 4. It's Sunday morning at 8 o'clock, as it always is. And here's that shelter that I built, and we're going to go in here, and we're just going to have her fill up. We're not going to fill them all, because there's a lot of them. We're just fill up that one for her dogs right now. She's got 2 dogs, so how could you have a person that runs a animal shelter without them having at least 1 dog? But that's the cat room and everything like that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our phone, and we are going to go to, I think it's under this one, household. Yes, it is. And we're going to go to LMS Foster Family Network, and she's going to call them up real quick. And we are going to register as a foster family network for foster pets. And as you see, we get this little thing. It says, "Thank you for registering to our network as a possible foster family for pets. We will contact you if a pet is in need of a foster family." So this is pretty cool. She's probably going to go up to her apartment and play on her computer because that seems to be the only thing that Sims do. So today it is Monday at 10:44. So we didn't get any call on Sunday, but that's okay. We don't need it because we actually right now have the chance to check the foster family network for foster pets. So if we click this, and it's going to tell us, we have an adult cat in need of a foster family. Are you able to take care of the cat? And we're going to say, yes, we're coming over right away. So she is going to go downstairs and out the front door. And we're going to speed it up a little bit so she hurries up. But that's good because that finally means we'll have somebody to go in the cat room. Why are you so tense? Oh, thunderstorms. But that's good because that means that there's going to be somebody to go in the cat room. And yeah, you're going to get cats, you're going to get dogs. You're not going to be able to choose which ones. But you could always just not accept the cats or dogs. So, she's back. And let's see. We have a cat, and this is Milo. And we're going to welcome Milo into his new foster family. And we're going to introduce ourselves, too, because we should be nice. And Milo's probably going to run inside, too, because it's rainy. But, and then, because it's a cat, we can just pick him up. And I think if we drag over him, it's going to say foster pet. I'm not sure, though. I know it does it for the kids. Yeah, there we go. So it says foster family. Now, she's going to pick him up, and we're going to put him in the cat room. And again, like, I really like this mod. It's great. We're going to put Milo down in there, and we're going to turn the lights on, because I don't want it to be dark. Our electrical bill will be horrible, but it'll be worth it. And once she gets in there with Milo, we're going to lock the door for cats. And that way he can't get out, and we should probably lock it too so the dogs can't get in. So we'll just lock the door for all pets. Because we don't want the dogs terrorizing Milo. And we're going to fill up a bowl of food for him. And as you can see, he's just a little kitty cat, and we're going to take care of him. And we're going to pet him calmingly. And let's see. I know there it is. So, foster family. These are the options that you get on a foster pet. So you have the adopt foster pet. So if I really liked Milo, I could say, you know what, screw it. He's my cat now. We can also sign Milo up in for a neuter. So if we want to neuter him, we can do that. You can change his outfit. So if you want to put a collar on him, you could play in his outfit. And you can check the foster family network for potential applicants of adoption for him. So if somebody wants to get him, then they can. But as you can see, they act like just like Like a normal cat, he plays on the stuff, he'll use the litter box, he'll sit on the sofa, he'll probably scratch a lot of stuff too. And if you have multiple cats, like I have a cat room, so if I get multiple cats, I can just put them all in here together. And I just think I think it's a really cute mod. Her dogs are annoying, but what are you gonna do? And the same thing for dogs, basically. What I do is I go in here and then I call them over. Or if you want to, you can also leash them. So if you leash the animal and then you walk them in there, then you can lock the door behind them, just like that. And that way it'll keep them in there, and you don't have to worry about them wandering off. Because I will say, if you do let them wander around, they do have a tendency to like wander around the world. I have noticed that a few times. I've lost a few animals because I just didn't know where they were. But as you can see, Milo's really happy, you know, and we can bond with him and we can train him. And what I'm going to do right now, though, is because we're looking at a mod review. Usually I keep him a little bit longer. I'm not going to neuter him just because all it does is it goes away for an hour and then he comes back neutered. So you guys don't have to see that. But it's just like, it's just normal. I really like that they added this option in, though, because it makes it more real. And so we're going to check the potential adoption people, and we're gonna look, and you can kind of see, like, usually people will call in, but if you wanted to clear out space in the shelter, you could always do this too, and you could look. And let's see, who do you think would like a cat? And we're gonna say Don Lothario. Maybe Don Lothario and Milo will be best friends. And you go into foster family, and you can introduce the foster pets. You can ask them about their living situation. You can complete the adoption for. So I'm going to ask them about their living situations. And it's basically going to tell me who they live with, like if they have any other pets. So let's see. He lives with all of these people. So if I'm looking at this, it'll also show me if there's any pets. So if I'm looking at a potential adopter and I think that they shouldn't have that many dogs, then guess what? Or maybe you can always tell stories with this too. Maybe you have a dog that doesn't get along with other dogs. Maybe you have a cat that can't live with dogs. Maybe you have a cat that has to live alone. Maybe you have a pair of animals that have to go together. There's a lot of things you can do with this mod. I really like it. I'm definitely going to link it below for you guys. It's the only mod that you need to get this to work, which is nice too. You don't have to have a bunch of different mods. But if you wanted to, there are also mods that you could pair with this. You can also get custom content, and that's awesome. There's always a lot of stuff in there. So if you want to get different bowls, different cat trees, different beds, you know, for the different little areas, you can get, I think even if you wanted to, you could probably get like the veterinarian stuff if your sim had a high enough vet skill, and you could play out that little story that maybe it's a veterinarian that runs an animal shelter on the side to help little animals, and that'd be pretty cool. But we're gonna see, this is the people he lives together with, and I honestly think Don Lothario needs this cat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to introduce him to Milo, and I'm gonna send the other one home because he doesn't want to bother us. So now Don Lothario is gonna go and meet Milo. He's gonna go into the cat room, and he's going to basically introduce himself. He's going to say hello, you know. He's going to be like, hi, do you like this cat? And I'm going to be like, yes, you do. Please like this cat. And you know what? I think Milo likes him. So we're going to complete the adoption for Milo. And we're going to unlock the door because Milo's going to be leaving with him. So it's going to say, adoption for Milo is completed. Thank you for all the work you have done to help the fosters. So basically you say goodbye. And it's kind of sad, I'm not going to lie, but what are you going to do? And you get the moodlet, moved out foster family member. And a foster family member moved out to live with their new family. You were happy for them and sad, but sad because you'll sure miss them a lot. So there goes Milo. He's finally got a home. Ooh, that was a little bit scary. But that's basically how the mod works. You get animals and you get animals in, and then you find them homes. But if you really wanted to, like, I've had it. This is a 6 kennel one, so you have 6 kennels here, and you could probably fit like 6 cats in here, honestly. You could just stuff the cats in there. But this is 6 kennels. You can definitely build a lot more if you wanted to. You could stack these dogs up if you really wanted to. So if you wanted to play out the story of an overrun shelter and overrun workers and everything, if you have more than one sim in the household, they both can sign up for the foster network, so you'll be able to get 2 pets a day. They build up pretty quickly. So in 1 week you'd get about 6 animals, 7 animals. So it's definitely a great game. I like it a lot. It's definitely a different storyline that you can play because Everybody knows that The Sims 4 sometimes can get a little bit boring with the storylines, but I'm really happy with this one, and I hope you guys like it too. Like I said, everything's going to be linked below. There was no custom content used in this video other than the mod itself. I tried to do that. I didn't want to use anything else, but I hope you guys like this video. Have a good one.